So we've hit a bit of a temporary brick wall with this. So next piece that needs to go on this is sort of the main part of the lower links. So pivots on that big pin, rams go either side there, and then your link arms pin into there. So the trouble is, which I kind of realised I was going to go into, this needs to go in here. It's not a big job, just need to turn the steering wheel to be able to allow it to go in. The issue is I'm just not keen on going meddling around turning steering wheels. Turning the steering wheel may result in turning the tractor over on its side in the workshop, which I kind of think the customer might get upset about. So I think what we're going to do, got the covers to go on either side here, and we'll start running the leads back, getting the battery box on. We can get them pipes routed up here along with the cables. So I think that's going to be our plan of attack. Oh, we've got all that lot to sort out. So it always happens. Thought we were doing well. We've hit a snag. The little, not focus on the bolt, not my finger, stud I suppose it is. The little nut for there appears to have wandered off. 8mm, so it's not exactly a common size, so yeah, that could take a bit of finding. So scavenging time, I'm assuming. We found the bolt, well, found a nut to sort that out. They're all routed through. Obviously we've got an extra big wire coming in and out. There's also a little sensor line there that goes up to plug, so that's back in. That's all back in place on the starter. We just need the bolt and washer and the cover on that. That's running down here. I don't know whether to, well, we'll have to see how it sits on the battery box. You might have to drop it down here and in, or it needs to come over there and in. We'll figure that out when we get the box in place. Yeah, we need to get those cables up here, those pipes up here. Might be an idea to put the valve block on before I do the battery box, I think. So, go bob these last few bits on. Then that's a bit more of the electric side done. No, washer, weird thing. I think that is a 17, isn't it? Yep. Let's take that with us. Over, under, or however it works. Something to tighten. Obviously none of this is live, mainly because the battery's over there. So this doesn't need to be dog tight, just snugged up will be enough. You can over tighten these and end up snapping them off, and then that's a whole new world of problems. Spot the mistake. Egypt. Right, so that's battery box in. So, picks up the 4 original bolts. I don't know if you can see them up. Ah, there we go. The 4 original bolts. The original step use. The earth clamps back in there. Run the 2 wires into here. Stick the battery in there. And we're done. Another bit ticked off the list. So, get that all installed now. Right. The green out. Full new gear. Let's try and make it look good. Put them out for the moment. So, first thing we better have better be the battery. Realise this. Oh, I'm just going to give the battery a bit of a clean before it goes in. Did actually good practice to keep, especially the tops of the battery, clean, because, believe it or not, the top of your battery is dirty. It can actually discharge, making you think you've got a dead battery when the reality is it's just dirty. I do know people that have swapped what they've considered a dead battery, and it turned out all it needed was a bit of soapy water. Okay, that could do with adjusting a little bit. I don't know if you can see, can't see what messing around. Basically there's 2 holes. So one would assume it goes through there, like that, and then back of the hook goes through there, but they're a bit wide, can be adjusted. If you remember when we had this, it's underneath here, isn't it? Oh. Close. Slim. There's one. There's a bit of adjustment. Alright. Handles down. Now I've lost the bar. Where's the bar? Too much. That way a bit. Some washers. I do want that little there. That way. Oh, I'm just confused now. I'm trying light. Best is not to touch anything. Metal with metal. And obviously this is now alive. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, happy. Right, there. That's a slot. Put that there. 1, 2, 3, there. Start that one down there. It all sort of fits, but it's a bit. You know that now. I think that's where the phone I want the extension. Off. Give me. Oh, just right. Okay. Lake house. Lake house. Lake house. Look at this. Oh, they're not answering the phone now, so I've probably lost the £1 million they were going to give me. You know it was probably a crank call, but because it didn't come up, you do wonder whether it is actually something important. So that's the battery box on. It looks quite smart, that, to be fair. Why are the beacons on? You ever had a tractor flash at you? Where is the beacons? Getting to the point of running out of crap to do. Mind you, I've got the... There it is. I've got the other one back now, the other t5070, so we can have a look at... Just not entirely sure where that green wire is supposed to go. I did take a load of pictures last night. I haven't just studied them. But yeah. See, this is what I can't understand. Those two wires, they're some fairly chunky wires designed to carry a serious amount of current. And they're into that little ditty wire. Obviously there's going to be some tidying up to do. I need to figure out how to get that to the front as well. So yeah, it's another job ticked off anyway. We are slowly getting there. So this is unfortunately the point in the project where things just sort of slow up. So we've got all the pipes connected back here, so wheel can go back on. Then we need to try and get the valve block on. That way then we can start the tractor and get the rest of the front linkage on. But bit of awkwardness. When they sent the loader, they obviously sent all the brackets, they sent the valve block, but they didn't send the bracket that bolts the valve block to the loader. Cheers, boys. Right, I think get the loader on and then wheel back on, and then at least we can get it back on all four wheels and we can start doing things to it. So we're on the way for mounting the valve block. So this is about all we come with. This bolts to the back of the valve block, and then that's going to bolt there. People that are worried that could be in the way of the loader frame, well, there's a very good chance the tractor will never actually have a loader on it. He just wanted the loader frame to put the strength through the tractor for the front linkage, if that makes sense. So obviously wants the valve block and joystick to run the loader. So drilled the first hole roughly where I want it. So with that now bolted in, theoretically what was that effort? For that. Yeah. Oh, of course you're going to turn. Oop, head out. Okay. Just being a pain. Right, so a bit of a moment of truth. Will it start, and how much oil goes everywhere? I didn't like that noise. That sounded awfully fucking rattly. Okay. Oh, I'm nervous now. Rattling, but why? No oil leaks anyway. Why is that rattling? Like it's catching the top of the cow. Yeah, it's catching the top of the cow for some reason. Oh. Okay, let's have a look. You can see there. Oh, is that? Bloody thing's not quite pop back in right. Still bloody close. Like, seriously close. It's definitely on the right way around. I'm sure, wasn't you? You used to be doing that. Yeah, it's free now. Can't turn this by hand, can you? Yeah, we'll be alright on that. So, no oil leaks anyway. Never turn the steering wheel like a spanner, which is what I was going to do. Fair enough. I think it's still catching a little bit. Yeah, it's still just rubbing on it. Not sure on that one. So gap's fine elsewhere. Of course we've had that out, so but just see where it's literally just nicking it at the top. Anyway, right, this big lump needs going in. So that's the inside the cab wiring sort of all done. So like I said, black wire's gone down to the earth down there. We've got green wire that piggybacks off that one there. Then we've got two quite heavy duty yellow wires. They piggyback off that red wire there. Switches in. So all we've got to do now is route that wire to the gearbox at the front. Slowly but surely we're getting there. So cab's now all back together. Give it a clean on its way out. Valve block assembly is all on, all nice and tight. fitters grabbing hold of them. They're not connected yet because they are the 2 for the 3rd service. So this does look a bit bad, but it seemed the best way to route it. I might try and put a covering over those. Yes, they're in the way of the loader, but if you're putting a loader on, you'll take them off and drop them down there. Won't be in the way. We still need that pipe cut and 2 fittings going on the end there to go onto there. Need a drink of Lucasade because I'm getting thirsty. And then in a minute's time I'm going to need a wee. So you can see down here that was a bit of a tight fit. That was actually, if I tightened that up where it was, it would have smashed that window. So a few washers there, and we've also cranked it a bit that way because that corner was actually touching the cab. So we're getting there. Bring all that down. So it won't stop clean for long, but you know. Right, just some wires to route then.
Got so much weight on my shoulders, and enough to knock me out.